Welcome to Tours. Welcome to the beautiful Loire riverbanks. I would love to know if you can hear me okay. There's a band about to start playing in the background, so it might get a little loud and I may need to move. But for now, I have a great spot and I'm not really willing to let it go. I ordered an Aperol Spritz earlier. Here is Jeanne. Jeanne, can you say bonjour? It's been a while since you've seen these guys, Jeanne. Well, she wanted to be here today, so here's Jeanne, admiring the view, the Pont Wilson and the Loire. I don't see any comments, so I hope you can hear me. We will see what happens in the next few minutes. Woo! This is where we are, Tours-sur-Loire. Ah, here are the comments, finally. What a delay. Thank you. I will move in a little while, it's loud. Welcome to Tours. On a glorious day, low 70s, perfect weather. Bonjour friends, bonjour. Great band, how lucky are we? Bonjour. So this is where we are, Tours-sur-Loire, Tours on the Loire. Big event for the last 17 years in this area. From May 4th to September 25th. If you come before September 25th, you might be able to catch it. Here is the program. They tell us all about this place. Lots and lots happening. Cultural events, performances, concerts, yoga classes in the morning, brunch on Sundays, you name it. So this is the Loire. Right now we are at La Guinguette Principale, the main Guinguette. Another one will open soon, next week. Hope you can still hear me. It's really loud. This one, Chez Dupont, is also open. I'll take you there in a few minutes. And then Tours Plage will open next week as well. One of my favorites, this one. So we will have 4 places welcoming locals and visitors for 4 months with food and drinks and dancing, because that's what guinguettes are all about, but also cultural events. There's a big lineup, lots of concerts in the works. I'm gonna keep this for later. And what a view! I'm sitting on the side. I have a bar stool like this. You see? So it's really pretty because you overlook the Loire River like that. How cool is that? Everybody here was waiting for this to reopen. It opened on Wednesday. The other guinguettes will open later next week. But this is good enough. Jeanne is very happy to be here. Right, Jeanne? Yes. Because we were busy last summer remodeling a condo and we didn't get a chance to spend a lot of time out here. We're going to make up for this summer when touring season slows down. Aren't we, Jeanne? Yes. You see the Pont Wilson, the stone bridge in the distance there by the Loire, and the riverbanks where people jog and stroll. And here is the rest of the guinguette. You see people sitting, drinking or eating. We have a restaurant on site that just changed ownership. Wonderful place. Chez ma mère, at my mom's. So the food is going to be very nice, hearty. They only use local producers, local winemakers, organic food very often. You have the bar area here, and over there is the restaurant. And as we walk by, I'll show you the menu tonight. You will see that it says they are complets, sold out. You actually need to text in advance to book a table. They are sold out and it's only 6 p.m. Bonjour, bonjour. Thanks for joining us, friends. This is a patron-only event. Tomorrow we will have, no, not tomorrow, on Sunday we will have another patron-only event. I wanted to do 2 events especially for you to thank you for your support. Now that I'm home for a few days. Next weekend I'll be back in Paris for another Rick Steves tour. But I thought it'd be fun to bring you here this weekend. And then on Sunday some of us will catch up for conversations with Véro. Here's our band tonight. À votre santé, les amis. À votre santé. You can see there's a stage here where people can dance as well. But the other guinguettes is where a lot of people go dancing. We'll go there next. It's a lovely spot, you're right, Elizabeth, and especially in this weather. Low 70s, it's perfect. I mean, come on. Look at this view. I hope everybody's doing okay. I know a lot of you have been coming to France in recent weeks. We've even met in Paris, thanks to Lachlan, who organized a fun event. I wished I could have joined it if I hadn't had an issue with a co-member. I was very sad. But hopefully I'll bump into more of you here in Tours, maybe in Paris. Oh, I'm sorry, Nicole. I'm sorry it's not good in Seattle. Been there, done that. So my spritz is almost over here. I got an early start.
C'est à 19h et à 21h.
I'll be back tomorrow with a friend, a local friend, for dinner, for apéro dînatoire, more than likely. But tonight, you are my first guests here. I wanted you to see it. So I will show you around, I think. I'm going to grab my purse and show you what Tours-sur-Loire is all about. And before I leave, I need to remember to return this glass because they charge me an extra euro. There is what we call une consigne, C-O-N-S-I-G-N-E. Consigne is when you pay extra for a glass, and if you return it, they give you some money back. And I see the little booth here. Hope the cell signal is going to hold up for us. I checked it earlier. We should be mostly okay. So see people are returning their glasses here. Too bad because I really like their glasses. They have this little logo on them. You see? Tours-sur-Loire. I mean, I can keep it. It will cost me €1. Maybe I will later in the season. Bonjour. Je vous filme pas, non.
Merci, à bientôt. À bientôt, bonne soirée.
Merci. C'est le verre que je filmais.
Ah,
merci,
okay.
il est joli.
Vous voulez un autre plan?
Non, non, j'ai pris la photo déjà. Vous êtes gentil.
Vous avez pris devant la Loire?
Ouais, bien sûr, la meilleure vue. Au revoir, monsieur.
Oui.
He wanted to know if I had filmed. So these people are lining up for drinks here. See, everybody's lining up for drinks because the restaurant is sold out. So I'm going to walk across here. Always tricky to film people. Many don't like it. Long line for drinks. So you have a lot of things here. You have coffee, of course, because it's open at lunchtime, so you can come. There's soda, fruit juice, beer, cocktails. I took photos of some of the signs, and I'll be sharing them in the private Facebook group in La Bande de Véro, so you'll be able to see, take your time and look at what's on the menu, basically. There was nothing here through the winter. None of this was here, so it took them over a week to build it. Here is the restaurant. ta mère or ma mère, my mother. It's a new chef this year. And they serving drinks here as well at 6:30. 18:30 is 6:30 p.m. And they give you the SMS. That's a text message in French. And you need that number if you want to make a reservation so you can sit at the restaurant, which is right here. So if you come here, make sure you make a reservation because it's packed. And from Tuesday to Saturday, they serve at midi, which is noon. And then they serve in the evenings as well. First service is at 7:30. Second service is at 2100, which is which is 9 p.m. And in typical French fashion, it comes with some some exceptions. So it says it depends on how many people we are. We can serve at 9 or at 9:15 or at 9:30. So be patient if you come here. And then new this year on dimanche et lundi, Monday and Sunday and Monday, we have rôtisserie. So there will be chicken with potatoes and salad, so special rôtisserie. And for that, there is no reservation. You see, it says sans réservation. So that's pretty exciting. And then from 6:30 on, 6:30 p.m. on, you can have some snacks. Everything served with sides. Les croque-monsieur for €6. Different types of croque-monsieur. I think I took a picture of that. I'll show you later. Les tartinables. So this is a tartine on a piece of toast. Different types. You also see that in the pics. And here they introduce you to all the winemakers they work with in the area. The green sign here mentions agriculture biologique, which is organic. Not all of them are, but you see their local producers. This one is in Azé-le-Rideau, for example, and they mention the varietals that they serve. So the Chenin Blanc is a big varietal in this region. The Caux for red wine, the Caux is more Malbec. You have the Chinon here, and you have more here. Pinot Noir, I see. So they introduce you to all the winemakers they will be featuring for the next 4 months until they wrap up in September. So that's quite exciting for locals. It's been a long winter, it's been very cold, and it's been very humid. So everybody's excited to come here in the sun, in the nice weather, for music, for a community feeling. The whole plan. Look at the line for drinks. Woo! I think they're ready for apéro, don't you? So the whole purpose, the whole idea behind this is to bring people together, wherever they come from, whoever they are. So very democratic in spirit, I'd say, and close to nature as well, because a guinguette typically will be close to the water, not always, but it might be close to the water. So tonight, bad news for those who haven't planned, because it says restaurant complet, sorry. So it's sold out. If you haven't booked, so if you want to book again, you need to send a text message to this number. And if you are using an American cell phone, for example, you'd need to do the little plus sign and then 33 for France. And then you would drop the 0 and go on to 6, 20, 62, 67, 17. That's how you would do that for a text message. So the restaurant right now is very quiet because it's still early. But I thought I would show you their menu tonight. The wine list will go there next. Pardon. So you have les entrées, the starters. Roux de printemps, spring roll. Number 10, for €10 is the asparagus, local asparagus, very often the white asparagus with eggs as well. And then you have a gravlax truito, so that's trout, something with trout. And then in the main courses, you have filet mignon, espadon, which is fish, swordfish, frites, polenta, pane. Ooh, so this is polenta. This is like corn that's been fried. It's very good. Desserts is financier noisette at an almond cake, soft almond cake with hazelnuts, with some strawberries and served with chantilly, so whipped cream. And then the black banana peanut dessert with some ice cream, apparently. They also have menus for children, menu enfant, €10, some ice cream, les glaces, assiette de fromage. It wouldn't be France otherwise. You can expect to find some goat cheese or chèvre in this section. You see the glasses are ready. You kind of like that, don't you? The prices are very fair. Yes, you're right. And then for wines, That's going to be very fair too, I have a feeling. So these are by the bottle. This is the prices for bottle. You have your rosé, your rouge, local wines, but not just local, blanc, and then you have les chenins blancs, vert by the glass or a bottle. So by the glass is going to run around €5 right here, 555, and 4.5 for 450 for the Cabernet Sauvignon. And this is probably the house wine because it says by the glass 350, carafe, which is your pichet, €12, and then the rosé, the rouge, the blanc, all of that. And of course, beer, bière, apéro, soft drinks. Prices are a little cheaper than in Paris. They're under €4, which is nice. And hot drinks, boisson chaude, your express, your coffee, café au lait. I'm surprised to see café au lait. That's clearly not for locals. Nobody drinks café au lait outside their house. But we have a lot of tourists in town, especially foreign tourists. I just shared an article in the Facebook group about that. So lots and lots of tourists are coming. We have Americans, we have European tourists. Okay, so this gives you an idea of how much fun this main guinguette will be. And then I'm going to step outside. They authorized me to film before I did this, obviously, I asked. Across from us here, this is one of the two entrances, is the kid world. Le petit monde des mômes, les mômes, the children in French slang. So les mômes, the kids, have their own space so the parents can have fun. I'm assuming it's supervised, at least by parents, reserved for kids and people with the kids, and then you have your schedule there. So they have a bunch of games and activities. So, it's actually cool. The parents can sit with them. You see, the parents have drinks too, and they can just sit there with the kids. So at least they can relax while supervising their little ones. That's very good. So we go down a few stairs, and we are right by the Loire River, the mighty Loire. So a lot will be going on all day long here. Lots of activities, not just music and food, but more activities, like I said earlier. Here is the Pont Wilson, the stone bridge. I hope you're enjoying this because I am. You have, the boats have returned. You see those boats in the distance? The flat bottom boats, we call them gabarres. There's a local association that takes people on tours. So this is one of the boats that does that, I believe. I haven't done that yet, but I'm definitely planning to in the next few days before I head back to touring. And if you keep going there, very civilized stroll along the Loire, lined with trees, very nice. So that's quite lovely. And here is the guinguette we just came from. You see, this is the main one. Now at night, you can see hanging above here all these lights. We call them guirlandes. That's the same name for what we put on the Christmas tree, that like tinsel. And these lights will come on because a real guinguette is really a fun place, laid-back place. And at night, they always have all sorts of colorful lights hanging, and these do. So they've set them up. Look at the sky, just incredible. So maybe it's time for me, as I take you to the other place, to say a little hello. Bonjour les amis. It's been a little while since I've done a virtual tour. The last one was at that great hotel in Tours, that historic hotel. I hope you enjoyed it. L'Hôtel de l'Univers, where I picked up a group of 20 people this week and we toured the city together. And then I met patrons actually this week. Yesterday I was with patrons all day. Lovely people. We had a great time. And I introduced them to Tours. So that's a nice view behind me with the river. There are little things flying around me. I don't know what they are. They seem pretty harmless. Let's flip around so you can enjoy the river. Definitely a summer vibe here today. You see all the seagulls? The sea is not really near Tours, but the Loire flows towards the sea, and you can see all these seagulls and a lot of wild birds as well. It's one of the wildest rivers in France. That's why I love it. And those boats again over here, the flat bottom boats. This is an island, l'Île Simon. So the right bank of the Loire is actually on the other side. And this is where that other guinguette will be. And across from us, that space here is called Tours Plage. So it's an actual beach, but you're not supposed to swim because it's not clean and it's dangerous. I have seen some people do it, but you're not supposed to. So I'm going to try and walk you to the other guinguette that's on this side, Chez Dupont. And I know the cell signal here might be a little iffy. I hope I won't lose you. I'm going to walk really fast. Walking under Pont Wilson, the stone bridge. And you see our library on the right-hand side coming up. The Tours library, the main one. There are others. Oh, here's a great site on the left. I hope I can go there. Let's see if the signal holds up here. Ooh, this is pretty. Look at that. Look at this wild river. Woohoo! How would you like to swim in that? Maybe not. You see more sandbars in the middle here, and another island, and a flat bottom boat that just returned. So I'm going to take you to Chez Dupont, which is the other guinguette. So Chez Dupont at night will be more of a disco atmosphere, I think. They have a DJ and the music changes every day and people come there really to dance. But right now it's more of a restaurant bar also. And I found out that on Sunday they'll be having brunch. So I may just have to come on Sunday to try the brunch. Brunch was always one of my favorite things to do on the weekends. See lots of young people hanging out. More music here. It's a lot quieter than the other guinguette. I guess this is where you come when you want to have a little bit more peace. And what I like is you see people really of all ages. It's not just young people or bobos, though we do have those. Yes, I will let you know about the brunch if I make it here, for sure. See, it says Cantine Dupont. It's your little canteen. The chef is here, working hard. Children, families. More portraits of the producers they work with. And they're open at lunchtime and in the evening. So typical French fashion, midi, at noon, lunchtime. It's only from noon to 2 p.m. Then they close, stop serving food, and then in the evening they start again at 7 p.m. Wednesday through Saturday. Also, the opening hours are more restricted than the other one. The other one's open every day. You have your planche, your unmissable planche, your board with cheese, tapenade, homemade, another planche with veggies for vegetarians. So quite a few things to choose from, and of course all your drinks. This is the bar area. And what a view again, huh? And you see the guirlande, the little lights? That'll be really pretty at night. They're colorful. People are really happy, you can tell. On va essayer de pas tomber. Voilà. Oh, a doggy. It's dog friendly. So this is where people dance. I saw it last summer, and late at night, you see the DJ sits here. And so this is where a lot of young people come and dance here. Right below the mighty library that was inaugurated after World War II, and at the time was a very modern library. Bit of an Art Deco style. We have young customers here practicing their dance moves. Future John Travolta. He's chasing that ball, that's so sweet. All right, and then you come out here. You see the seats here with the table are in the shape of a boat. It's actually an old boat. So this little square is really called Square Lucien Collin. It's the name, he was an ambassador of France somewhere. And I've always wondered about this statue. He seems happy. Why would you not be happy if you were here? With the music and these views, right? So this is Chez Dupont, the second guinguette. And then two more will open next week, one on this side, a little farther up, and my favorite one, Tour Plage, which is on the other side of the river. More of a walk, but I like going on my walks during the day, so I'll do that again. This is so pretty. Oh my goodness. They're not open in the autumn. They will be closed by the third week in September, I think. September 25th, 26th, most of them will be closed. It's only 4 months, it's only a summer thing. And this is happening all over the Loire Valley, by the way. There is one in Chinon, one in Amboise. We have very famous ones in this area, in Roche-Corbon, which is nearby, or Saint-Avertin, so I still need to check those out. I'm gonna do that in between trips. Look at that flat bottom boat. And a nice view here of the Pont de Pierre, the Wilson Bridge again. So just very relaxed vibes. So you probably know that guinguettes really were created in Paris. The first guinguettes appeared in Paris in the 18th century and the 19th century. And not all of them were by the water. But this was the time when, this was before a lot of the old villages around Paris were incorporated. So people would leave downtown Paris and go to those villages like Montmartre or Belleville to enjoy food and drinks. And they were not taxed, so everything was cheaper there. And eventually they spread out to the eastern suburbs of Paris with the train to places I loved in the Val-de-Marne, past Vincennes, Nogent-sur-Marne, Joinville-le-Pont, all these places along the Marne, and west of Paris towards Rueil-Malmaison as you follow the Seine River. But eventually, by the 1960s, a lot of the guinguettes disappeared. And it took a while for them to return. But about, I'd say 30 years ago, late 80s, 90s, a lot of cities rediscovered their riverbanks and decided to go back to the roots, so to speak. And that's just not just in France, in other European countries, even in the States, I think. A lot of cities are reclaiming their riverbanks. And so this is what happened here in Tours 17 years ago when they opened La Guinguette. Let's speak at Chez Dupont from the top. That's a nice view. How about that? Oh, this is such a mellow scene after running around for 3 weeks like I did when I was touring. This is so nice. This is where a lot of our war memorials are. And this was once the famous entrance into Tours in the 18th century. And of course, since World War II, a lot of it burned down to the ground. And so the architecture has changed a lot. And you're looking at the two new Hilton hotels that opened last summer. And in fact, my clients this week were staying in this one and in that one. So I got to see the lobbies. Great location if you're looking for something comfortable with a parking lot. Great location. There's some serious trees here. And I'm going to cross the Rue Nationale where the tram goes, and then I'll wrap up on the other side. This was just to give you a little peek into summer life here in Tours and in the Loire in general. If you go to Chinon, Amboise, other towns, you might see some guinguettes like this. But Tours has a lot of them. La Rue Nationale, which is now pedestrian, as you recall from all my virtual tours, or for the tram. Bikes, pedestrians, and the tram, that's it. Nobody else is allowed here. So this is not anymore the main entrance into the city that they were so proud of in the 18th and 19th century. You can't come in with a car. And it goes all the way to the Place Jean Jaurès, where I took you recently. Oh yes, thank you, Elizabeth. Yes, please hit like. It tells YouTube that you're enjoying this video, and it improves my ranking apparently. Not that I am a major YouTuber, but it never hurts. Am I right? The tram is coming straight at me. You see it on the left? Thank you, Elizabeth. So I hope some of you can join me on Sunday. I know it's Mother's Day, but I made it early so you can join, hopefully. We will be discussing travel, your travel adventures in France, the questions you may have. We might even practice our pronunciations. If you have some suggestions or words that defeat you, like Reims or Rouen, all these fun city names that are so hard to pronounce in French, we could do some of that too. So it's just a matter of getting together, I guess, and connecting in person or almost. Oh, the tram is not happy at that car. That car is blocking the tram. We don't do that here. No, no, no. Impatient little tram. There we go. It's very efficient. It doesn't like being stopped by cars. Bon voyage. All right, let's cross here. This is where the Ferris wheel was, remember? We had the Ferris wheel on July 14th. I'm sure it'll be back. And then we had it at Christmas as well. There's big space here. We'll take one last peek at the guinguette down below here, the big one, and then I'll be wrapping up by those trees. Let you go about your Friday. I know many of you will probably be watching the replay because you're working right now. Yeah, I love the Ferris wheel too. I loved it when I went with Alec in particular at Christmas. We got some really nice pictures. It was a really sunny day. Pardon. It was a really sunny day. She froze when she saw the camera. That's so funny. Look at this setup on this bike. Clever. So you can carry all his stuff, his groceries. Huh. Oh, and this is what we see a lot of. All the Bobo young families, that's how they carry their kids around town in those little cart things. All right, where's our guinguette where we just came from? Oh yeah, there it is. Protected from the rain. You can see that's clever in case it rains. And the lights will come on at night. I'll have to come back at night too. I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that for our friends who are not patrons and didn't get to see this today. Here's the stage where that band was playing earlier. So my apartment, my condo I should say, is about 6 minutes in this direction. I'm very close to this area. I might decide to go back down the river and do it this way actually. It's always so lovely to be by the Loire. Here's the entrance, the other entrance. And that's where I was sitting earlier when we started. All right, friends, time to say goodbye. We've been going for a while. I know you have other things to do. Thank you for joining me today by the Loire riverbanks at the Guinguette at Tours-sur-Loire. You'll be seeing, something tells me you'll be seeing more of it through the summer whenever I'm home. I'm planning to come back here often as I can. Got to make the most of it for 4 months, right? And until then, I will be seeing you hopefully on Sunday. You should all have the Zoom link. You received it in an email I sent, when was it? Yesterday, this morning, I forget. But if you don't have it, just email me and I'll send it to you. All right, les amis. One last peek at the Loire. Look at that, look at that. Look at those boats. That's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy Mother's Day on Sunday to you all North American moms if I don't see you on Sunday. And I guess we'll be in touch. I'll be seeing you soon. À bientôt!